I'm not finna be the bigger man. I'm not gonna let you keep taking your shots at me and I turn the other cheek. That's in the Bible. I ain't in there. I'm gonna put some on you.
Hello, this is Renz on YLF Religion, and I want to thank you guys for being here, but we are going to talk about how religious superiority is just like white supremacy. And it amazes me when I see that people of color does not recognize the religious superiority that is done in Christianity when it compares to the white supremacy that they have and will face in their lives, and why they wouldn't make the change to adjust themselves. And I think it's very interesting that Christians who participate in this supremacy still sees themselves as doing God's work. That is the most interesting aspect of the whole thing to me. Before I go any further, I want to thank you guys for being here. Subscribe to my YouTube page, please. I greatly appreciate that. We do lives every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us for the lives. It's a great time that we have. Let's keep that part short, but go over to YouTube and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Let me tell you something that's going on right now in the chat section of my Facebook page, YLF Religion with Coach Renz. In that Facebook page, I did a video, and this happens on many videos, so it's not one particular video that's created this issue. But on many videos, I have someone who will come on there and they're Christian, and they'll make their statements or whatever they want to say, and then they'll end it with or say within there, I will pray for you. Oftentimes when people say this to me, I tell them, please do not pray for me. Please do not pray for me. Some of their response, their most common response is, well, if you don't believe in the God that I believe, or you don't believe in God, because that's part of their supremacy, is that God, there's no other person's God matters. They really need to go back to when Judaism was a henotheistic religion. But they will say, if you don't believe in God, to which I never said that I don't believe in a creator. But if you don't believe in God, then why does it matter if I pray for you? Usually I would go and explain to them about energy and how the energy that people put out has an effect within the universe. And I would not rather have that type of energy put into the universe that is directed towards me. Oftentimes, if I just leave the statement there, they still would say, well, I'm going to pray for you anyway. But I include in the statement now an example. And I want every Christian who's watching this right now to take heed to this example, to take heed to what I'm about to say. Because you need to think about this when someone asks for you not to pray for them. Even more importantly, even within your Christian ranks, when someone who is also Christian wants to pray for you. When I would talk to some of my Christian friends, and they want to go to the altar, or somebody would say, well, I know you want to get a house and I want to just pray with you. Or I know you want this and I want to just pray with you. Or I feel like you're going through something, I want to just pray with you. I would tell them, don't allow those people to pray for you without knowing their true intent, their full intent. Why bring a person in to pray with you about, let's say, getting a house, if that person carries doubt about your ability to get the house? That doubt that they have within themselves is going to spoil the entire energetic performance. So this is not just for people praying for me or any other non-Christian who does not want it, who've asked you politely not to do it. This is also for you Christians. When you are with somebody, you have to be in one and accord with someone when you pray. I do the same thing if someone wants to meditate with me. But I would often tell them, I said, let me ask you a question. How would you feel if a Muslim said, I'm going to pray to Allah that you come to Islam, the true religion, Islam. I'm going to pray to Allah. Would you like that? What if someone said that they're going to do a voodoo ritual for your good health, for your financial prosperity? Would you allow or feel comfortable with someone doing a voodoo ritual, an Ifa ritual for good fortune towards you? Would you? Would you want to be blessed by a Hindu priest, a Hindu monk, or a Buddhist monk? Would you want them to pray for you to come to Buddhism? to come to Hinduism. And oftentimes, I would end that with answering them and say, no, I know that you wouldn't want that. I used to be Christian. I understand the religious superiority, the religious supremacy that dwells within the religion. And oftentimes they say, I never thought about it that way. But most of the time, I get the ones who just, I'm going to pray for you anyway. A guy just said the other day, I just prayed for you after I had already asked him politely not to. Now, can I be petty? I could go to some of my Ifa friends, my voodoo friends, and say, look, I need you to cast a spell on this dude. I could go into my meditation room because I know how to do it and cast a spell on these people. That'd be petty. It would be. Those who know me know I can be if somebody irritates me to a certain degree. But how would they feel then? You see, you reign so heavily in your religious superiority that you feel like whatever you do, you are justified. But if someone did the same thing towards you, then you feel violated. Who gave you the right to violate other people? If I don't want you to pray for me, don't pray for me. If I don't want you coming to my door to try to convince me to come to your religion, it doesn't matter that your religion says that this is what you are supposed to do when it violates the sanctity of someone else. I want you to think about that. Think about that deeply. Your religion is so arrogant, so white supremacist, that it says that if someone came to your door to try to teach you Islam, you would feel offended. You would feel violated. But yet you think it's completely fine for you to come to someone else's door to try to convince them to come to your religion. You think it's completely fine for you to pray for someone when they've asked you not to pray for someone when they didn't even ask you to do so. If I wanted you to pray for me, I would ask you to pray for me, but I would even have to know you. Have I had Christians pray for me? I have. Even in my times of not being Christian. And it's not that I was asking them to pray for me because I believe in their version of God. It's because I believed in the passion of their energy. You see, I don't care what faith it is, if you have a person who truly mentally believes something without any doubt, that person is a very powerful person. Doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't. But the arrogance. I've never had a Muslim say, I'm going to pray for you anyway. I've never had a Buddhist monk I never had a Buddhist or a Hindu say that I'm going to pray for you anyway. I'm going to meditate for you anyway. Only the Christian in the arrogance of America does this and says this and feel wholly justified in doing so, when it is not showing the one thing y'all claim. You claim love all the time. But how is there love when your love causes me anguish, causes me irritation, causes me to want to become vengeful towards you? How is your love justified? And I know you're going to justify it because you're going to say it is the commandment of God, it is the love of God, and the love of God supersedes all things, or all this other bullshit that you're going to say. But let's be real. It is your own insecurities that causes you to be such a supremacist within your religion. Just like it is the insecurity of white supremacy that creates white supremacy and has the long reign of it. It is the insecurity within your religion. Other Christians who are secure in their religion, they never come at me like that. It is only the insecure who does that. And y'all really need to get a grip and learn about yourselves and think deeply, because otherwise somebody might start doing voodoo acts on your behalf. Somebody might start doing Ifa acts on your behalf. Somebody might start doing a little witchcraft, a little magic on your behalf, and it won't be positive. It will certainly be negative. So y'all have a great day. Remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.